Why are you tired all the time? It's the most common complaint that doctors hear. It's the most common thing that people say when they come into the doctor's surgeries. Doctor, I'm just tired all the time. And they even have an abbreviation for it, TATT. They write it on their notes. Are you feeling exhausted all the time, no matter how much sleep you get? Do you struggle to get out of bed in the morning and you just feel like you're dragging yourself through every day? Well, you're not alone. Absolutely far from it. Like I said, it's the most common complaint. Doctors here worldwide is just fatigue, and they don't really have an answer for it either. But here's the truth. You're not tired because you're getting older. You're tired because for decades you've been putting the wrong fuel into your body. You've been giving your body the wrong food for potentially your entire life. The human body was never designed to run on glucose for energy, and yet we're meant to burn fat. That is the brain's preferred fuel source, and yet we're stuck in this cycle of sugar crashes and insulin spikes and constant cravings, leaving us feeling drained, inflammation all through the body, so fully inflamed and metabolically broken. So in this video, we're going to explore the real reasons behind your fatigue or break down the science of why you're always tired. And I'm going to provide you with some practical strategies to boost your energy levels and get your life back on track. Whether you're suffering from chronic fatigue, insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, metabolic dysfunction, or you're just feeling burned out and there's no label for it, you're just exhausted by modern life, this video is for you. So let's dive in and find out what's causing your tiredness and, most importantly, how we're going to overcome it. So, number one, why do I feel exhausted all the time? It's because for most of our human history, we didn't have access to glucose all the time. We didn't have access to unlimited processed carbs, sugars, seed oils. And our ancestors survived on animal fats, protein. They fasted, and they had the occasional seasonal carbs, which were from fruit or honey. But you know, just in a short season of the year, they just weren't available all the time. And honey, you know, imagine how difficult it was to get hold of a beehive. It was pretty much like could threaten your life. So, you know, it wasn't something that you could reach for every day. Agriculture has only been around for the last 10,000 years, which isn't very long in the scope of the whole of human history since we crawled out of the primordial swamp, however many millions of years ago that was. So now your modern diet keeps you locked into this cycle of energy crashes, forcing you to eat every few hours just to keep going, just to stay functional. We rely on coffee and sugar and snacks to push through the day. And we never realise that our body's just simply screaming for a different sort of fuel, a different fuel source, something more sustaining. We're often starving. People can be really, really overweight, but actually still be starving. And the brain is still telling you that you've got to eat more because it's just not getting enough protein, the amount of protein it needs to function properly. So, the modern diet and the energy drain. Here's what's silently draining your energy levels. You are running on glucose, or if you're running on glucose instead of fat, this causes these rapid energy crashes and metabolic dysfunction. So a dysfunction of your entire kind of engine that drives you, if you like. Overconsumption of seed oils. So you've got your corn oils, your canola, your sunflower oils. All of these seed oils are incredibly toxic. They damage the mitochondria, and the mitochondria are the little powerhouses that are in each of your cells. And they trigger chronic inflammation. That's just inflammation, which is the body's response to anything which damages it. It becomes inflamed, it swells, and that happens all over the body. So that leads to pain all over the body. You know, that backache that you've had for decades, it may be nothing more than inflamed tissues pressing on other things they shouldn't be pressing onto. It's amazing how when you clean up your diet, how these aches and pains just magically just disappear. Refined grains, processed carbs, they lead to insulin resistance and they lead to fat storage, because that's all your body can do with excess carbs. If you eat too many sugars, it can't process them. It has to put them into storage in order to keep you safe, in order to stop you from dying. Then we've got the anti-nutrients in plants, and a lot of people won't hear this. They just won't agree with it. They don't believe that plants are bad, could possibly be bad for you, because we've been told our whole lives that we should eat our vegetables. These are really, I mean, this is what I so wholly believed for until I was in my early 50s, was that I just ate plants. That's pretty much what I ate all the time. I ate big salads, and I see my girlfriends, this is how people eat. They eat big salads, tiny amounts of protein, but lots and lots of plants and fibre. And again, plants have only been in our diet in these large quantities for the last, well, certainly not the last 10,000 years, because it depends where you come from. I mean, if you eat out in a restaurant in France, the vegetables are a very small portion of the meal. Same as I'm in Spain at the moment, and it's the same here. Vegetables are much less than they are in American or British diets, which is interesting, but it's a different cultural thing. So you've got these anti-nutrients, and they block absorption of nutrients in the body, and they irritate the gut, which causes long-term damage. So, and you can say, but I've been eating plants all my life. I ate plants all my life. I didn't have a problem with them until I had a problem with them, and the body can only go on for so long, and then things start to go wrong. Next one is frequent snacking and sugar spikes. These keep us locked. These keep us locked in an... I thought that was somebody staring at me in that window there. It's a freaky mannequin with no clothes on. Frequent snacking and sugar spikes, which keep us locked in this endless cycle of cravings and fatigue. Our bodies were not built, they were not designed for this constant glucose spiking all day long. We were designed to burn fat for long-term stable energy. And when you eat meals which are rich in proteins and fats, they sustain you for many hours, and you don't need to snack. And your brain tells you you're great. Brain doesn't tell you you're hungry, because it's not, because it's fully satisfied. My name's Voysey, and I'm a health coach, and on this channel I am empowering you with the knowledge that you need to reclaim your health at any age, just like I did, with changes to your diet and changes to your lifestyle, changes to the way that you move your body. I was in my early 50s, I was a car crash as far as my health went. I thought I was healthy. I thought I'd been healthy all my life, and it turns out it was anything but. And then things started to go wrong, and luckily I turned it all around before it went too far. And in the process, I lost 20 or so pounds of body fat, and I now at 56 feel the best I've felt in decades. And you can do the same. You just need to know how to do it. So, number 2, the science of fat versus glucose energy. When you run on glucose, your body is constantly forced to refuel every few hours, which causes blood sugar crashes, as I've already said, and cravings, and really low energy. It's a bit like the difference of burning paper and cardboard compared with burning oak logs on a fire, or coal, which burns slowly. It's fast burning fuel which causes these energy crashes. But when you switch to burning fat for your fuel, your energy becomes steady, your metabolism, well, it doesn't speed up, but it gets much more efficient. There's this theory that metabolism speeds up and slows down. Your metabolism is your metabolism. It's whatever it was when you were born. However, it can be impacted. It can be made much less efficient than it should be. And that's what we call metabolic dysfunction. And also your brain functions at a higher level. I mean, how amazing is that? You can actually change what you're eating to change the way your brain works. So why is fat this superior fuel? Well, first off, it gives you more cellular energy, more ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. But don't worry, I'm not going to test you. Let's just call it ATP. Fat produces nearly twice the energy of glucose, which is sugar. So you don't suffer from energy crashes, because fat burning is a steady fuel source, whereas glucose burning is unstable. It reduces inflammation. It reduces inflammation, that body-wide inflammation, and lower insulin spikes mean less oxidative stress. And again, don't worry about the complicated words. Just know that fat is a better fuel than sugar, and you'll be on the right track. It enhances your brain function. I mean, that is just incredible, isn't it? So if you feel like as I was, you've been suffering from brain fog, and you walk into another room and you can't remember what you were doing there, or you're constant. I used to start sentences and not be able to finish them because I had to pause to collect my thoughts, to think what it was, which words I was fishing for. That is no way to be going on, but it's so normal that people expect that to, people think that is normal. It's so widespread that everybody assumes that's what it's just like because I'm getting older. It doesn't have to be like that. It enhances your brain function eating fat because ketones, which are produced by the body when you use fat as your fuel source, they are the preferred fuel of the brain because they last longer, because they last twice as long as glucose energy. It also increases endurance. Your body taps into your stored fat instead of constantly needing food, instead of constantly needing nourishment. If you're always tired, if you're foggy and inflamed, your body is screaming out for a different fuel source. Your body is asking you to feed it something else. It's not normal. It doesn't have to be that way. So number 3, what are the hidden reasons behind your fatigue? Aside from diet, there are some other key factors that will contribute to low energy and this awful chronic fatigue. Poor sleep quality. If your deep sleep is interrupted and your body never fully restores energy levels each night when you go to sleep, that's a big problem. Nutrient deficiencies. Lack of iodine, lack of magnesium, lack of B vitamins and omega-3s are going to affect your energy production. Chronic stress and cortisol dysregulation. Cortisol being the stress hormone or one of our stress hormones. Excess cortisol being produced by your body because of too much stress, whether that stress is mental or physical, your body doesn't differentiate whether you are being chased by a saber-toothed tiger or whether you're just stressed out because you've got deadlines and your boss is on your back and you've got bills to pay. All of that is known as chronic stress, and because it causes these constant cortisol spikes, which are really, really damaging for your body. This keeps your body in fight or flight mode, which exhausts your system long term. You've got mitochondrial dysfunction. So the mitochondria are the little motors, the little powerhouses that are in each of our cells. And damaged mitochondria can't produce enough energy. They just don't function the way they're supposed to. Toxic load and inflammation, processed foods, pollutants in the atmosphere of which we are surrounded by, and artificial ingredients, they all create this oxidative stress which drains your energy levels, just drains your energy. If you deal with this by just trying to get more sleep or you just drink more coffee, you're not addressing the root cause of your fatigue and you're just going to stay stuck in this cycle of exhaustion and it's just going to get worse. It really, really needs to be addressed. You really, really have to deal with this because it doesn't get any better. How are you going to reset your metabolism and unlock this true energy? So the first thing you can do is eat fatty red meat. You may have been told to be careful around red meat. You may have been told by your doctor to avoid too much red meat. I think it's maybe not the best place to stand to do this film. Don't fear red meat. It was like the original food that we ate. It was what we evolved eating. That's your beef, your lamb, your bison, your venison, not pork. This is going to provide you with sustained energy and really, really high quality protein. So you don't have to eat so much of it because it's super high quality. You can incorporate organ meats, so that's your liver and your heart and your kidney. Now, it's not my favourite either. If you really hate organ meats, I can eat pate, but that's about the end of it. You can actually take liver as a supplement, and you don't need very much of it because it's not something you need to eat every day by any stretch. If you eat it once or twice a week, you're doing really well. It's packed with essential micronutrients. Prioritise wild-caught seafood, not farmed seafood, not the stuff that's come out of fish farms, which is a bit like That's going to land on me in a minute. It's a bit like eating factory farmed meat. Those animals are not particularly healthy. You want wild caught seafood, and the small fish like sardines and mackerel haven't been in the sea for so long because, unfortunately, as beautiful as it is, we all know the sea is horrendously, awfully polluted with microplastics, with chemicals, and we're all suffering from this. We're all suffering because of this, because of what we've done to our environment mainly over the last couple of hundred years. So the wild caught seafood will give you your omega-3s, it will give you your iodine, and it will give you your DHA for your brain function. Use animal fats. That's tallow, that's butter, that's suet, bone marrow. This is going to support your mitochondrial repair, and it's going to help your hormone balance. It's going to help your endocrine system. Reduce carbs and allow your body to get into fat burning mode. You can't burn fats unless you've got rid of all the sugars first. You just don't. You're always going to burn the sugars first because they're those fast burning energy particles, and they're always going to be used up before you get into the fat stores. Eliminate the seed oils and the processed foods and the ultra processed foods. These are going to damage energy production at a cellular level. I have never felt so good since I eliminated artificial processed stuff, processed crap, and started eating real single ingredient foods. Simple foods which are how we're meant to eat. Get morning sunlight into your naked eyes. That's so important because it resets your circadian rhythm. That's your body's natural clock, and it tells your body it's time to wake up, and it boosts your energy naturally, and it gives you a better night's sleep at the other end of the day. Support your mitochondria. You may never even have heard of mitochondria. They are your cell's powerhouses. They are crucially important. They're not even part of us. They live symbiotically inside us, but they're an ancient bacteria that got into the human body way back in our development when we were still developing, when we were still becoming humans. And those little bacteria live in each of our cells, and they're crucial. We are crucial to them. They are crucial for us, and they are the cell's powerhouses. That's all you need to know, and you support them by making sure you get enough magnesium, CoQ10 and B vitamins, which will enhance your energy production. And you get those things from eating real food. And incorporate intermittent fasting. That's just reducing your eating window to a shorter time in the day when you're eating food. That helps your body to burn stored fat more efficiently. So what's going to happen when you start to fuel your body correctly? When you ditch your glucose dependence and you start burning fat for fuel instead, your body transforms. It's just flipping magical. I mean, it just is incredible. And it's the way I transformed my body from the way I was 5 years ago to the way I am now. So you wake up with energy. You're always energetic. You never wake up in that kind of like, oh, I just wish I could just turn the alarm off and snooze the alarm. I mean, I don't even use an alarm. I just wake up and I'm always energetic in the mornings. You don't have any more groggy mornings. It's never a difficult thing getting up. You have no crashes and no cravings. Your energy just stays steady all day. If I want to occasionally eat a croissant, have a croissant with my coffee, I can have one, but I don't need to. It doesn't put me on that cycle of once I've started eating that stuff, I just can't stop like it used to. It's just steady energy. And most of the time I look at those type of foods now and I just think, it's just not worth it. I don't want to put that into my body. I'm just going to say no because I'm just great eating the healthy foods. You start to really crave healthy foods because you just know how good it makes you feel. And your metabolism stays stable all day. I never have the after lunch energy crashes that, I still see Simon does it sometimes because he's not as hardcore as I am with his diet, Simon being my husband. He will still have days where he just says, I'm just going to have 10 minutes on the sofa. I never need to do that anymore, and yet I used to. I used to sleep in the afternoons in my 30s for, we lived in a hot country, but I'd sleep easily for 2 or 3 hours every afternoon. It's just so easy to get into that kind of cycle where you just feel so tired because you're not giving your body the correct energy. Better brain function. Your brain actually functions better It's clearer. Mental clarity. That is such a good one. Such an amazing thing. I thought it was just an inevitable part of aging, that you just get a bit woolly and you can't remember stuff. And everybody says it. Everybody says, oh God, oh, it's the old brain fog. Oh, it's menopause. No, it isn't. It's because you've been for decades putting the wrong fuel into your body. And your body can only cope for so long. Mental clarity and focus dramatically improved. It's just amazing. No more eating every 3 hours, because fat burning mode keeps you fueled for longer. You can eat your breakfast and not feel hungry genuinely not feel hungry till the end of the day. Makes very efficient use of time. You don't have to keep thinking about food. You have stronger immunity and resilience. You fight off viruses that affect people. If they even affect you at all, they're gone within a short time. They don't drag you down and make you feel so weak and low, and then another one comes along, and then another one comes along, and you just, before you know it, you feel like the whole winter you've just been sick, and every cold and cough and thing that's going around hits you. That just stops happening. A well-nourished body can fight off illness and stress as well. Most people will move away from that motorbike. Most people will never experience true metabolic health, but you don't have to be one of them. Learn how to take control of your own health today, from today. Decide to do it for you. Decide to do it for your future. And eat the diet that your body was designed to eat. So are you ready to feel what true energy should feel like? If this video helped you, please like and subscribe and share. Share it with somebody that needs to know, and let's start spreading the truth about true metabolic health. And from a lovely sunny Citrus on a Sunday morning, it wasn't even supposed to be sunny today, it was supposed to be raining. I'm off to find some eggs for my breakfast. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now. Mikey dog. Mikey dog. There they are, waiting patiently.